Hi, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to talk about how to make a friend as an adult. It can seem so daunting, and yet when you read the research, it seems so easy. So I wanted to explain some simple steps on how to make a friend as an adult. The first thing to do is to find your right environment. So that means if you have an interest of animals, volunteering at your local animal shelter is a great way to meet other people with your same interests. You can also join a group. Meetup.com is a great place to find local activities. If you have an animal and want to meet up for a walk, a lot of the times there's people that are asking other people to join already. So you can peruse different listings of things that are going on your area. A lot of the times you can find a hiking group on a Saturday or Sunday or if you're not working. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff on there that can seem really fun, like a photography group, anything you have an interest in that will also already spark conversation. The next one is become a regular somewhere. So even at a coffee shop, and what I mean by regular is showing up on a specific day and time every week. So if you can go after work, let's say, and get a cup of coffee or tea or whatever at 5:30, we'll go every Monday at 5:30. Or if you can do it twice a week, do that. Try to make it around the same times. A lot of people already have a flow that come into kind of these areas at the same time. So a lot of people will go before they go to work, and you're there, and that can spark conversation after a while when you see the same people in the same locations. The second thing you need to do is have what we call spark conversation. So spark conversation can look like, if let's say you're at your coffee shop and it's Monday and someone's reading a book that you've seen a couple times. What kind of book are you reading? Something light, nothing personal, and that sparks conversation. That sparks getting to know someone or seeing somebody. That's what we want to do. Small talk is really important here in the beginning phases. What kind of coffee do you drink? I keep focusing on coffee shops because that's an easy one. How's that pastry? Should I get it? Little tiny things like that, or great shirt. Right? Small conversations that aren't deep or intimate yet. Be a good listener. People like to talk about themselves or what's going on, and it's enjoyable to get to know somebody. And just remember to let them talk, get to know that person. They ask you questions. It will become reciprocal. So that's where we want to get to. That's when we start making friendships, when things become more reciprocal, asking questions, listening, and the other person asks questions back. The next thing that's important and can feel inviting is your body language. So we don't think about that often, right? A lot of the times we can be sitting like this. And what does that convey, right? Closed off, usually. So we start talking like this. Wow, what weather we have today, right? Or what kind of book do you have? Openness. You can even open your arms like this. So it feels more spacious when you're talking to somebody, and that feels more inviting for the other person. The next thing we want to do is deepen the connection. And this stage, I like to think of it as repotting your relationship that you started, let's say at the dog park or volunteering or the coffee shop. What repotting means when we're talking about building a friendship is taking that particular friendship and putting it in a different place. So an example is, I've been working at the shelter, I've been volunteering there, and I really like this person. I think we have a great connection and friendship. And I say, hey, do you want to go for a walk? Or do you want to go for a hike on Sunday? And that is repotting the relationship. We're taking it out of the environment we met them in, and now we're broadening it. So that gives us another shared experience of doing something different. That means more conversation. That means different things are happening. So that's where we start to get to know someone better in a different environment. The next thing is trying to start to be vulnerable. Small. This does not need to feel pushed in any way, and it can be on your time. So I want to be really careful with this piece. But it can be talking about a little bit more, something in depth, something that maybe has happened to you that's not extremely personal, but something small. And that continues to build the relationship as well. So, mutual trust and respect. Timing matters. There's great new research that says that timing is huge. Just like dating coaches would tell you, when you go on a date with someone and really like them, make a date for the next time. Doesn't always happen, but the same thing with friendships. You want to build something into your schedule before you even leave each other. So we went on a hike. We had a great conversation again. We've already been volunteering together. I have told them about a little bit of vulnerability in myself, just opening up a little bit. What's really important is for me to say, hey, you want to do this again next Thursday at 9? That would be great. So putting it out there, right? Like making a plan is really important for connection and consistency. And there's also a rule, a friendship rule, 11, 3, 6. So it's 11 interactions for 3 hours long. I always feel like that's a little long, within 6 months. That is a psychological tool to help you know how many interactions, how approximate length they should be, and within what time frame to actually become friends. So it's kind of a nice piece of information to know, oh yeah, we've been, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I do feel like we're actually really good friends now. We've opened up more to each other. Things are reciprocal, right? She or he makes a plan to meet up or suggest something for the next time. I do the same. I text back, they text back, they seem interested. So after 6 months, you kind of know if you are building a relationship that will continue or can continue, or it starts fading off. But you will start to know at that point if you are becoming good friends. Again, you will also know because there's going to be fun, there's going to be openness, there's going to be lightheartedness, there's going to be connection, there's going to be reliability, and there is going to be an openness that you both have for each other. So I'm hoping that these tips help. I know how hard it can be to maybe move and not have your friends or get a new job and wanting to meet more people. So I hope these little tips help you. Please let me know if you have any suggestions for the next video, and sending everybody ease. Take good care.